Hello everyone. Let's continue to figure out the second question in my homework. Um, there is series of noisy channels, and when we input x1, we got x2, and we input x2, and we got x3, and finally the output is xk plus 1. So given p probability of x1 equals 0 is 0.2 and some other conditions. So let's figure out the first part. Find probability of x2 equals 1. According to the total probability, we have p probability of x2 equals 1 equals probability of x2 equals 1 given x1 equals 0 multiplied probability of x1 equals 0 and plus the second part, probability of x1 equals 1 given x1 equals 1 multiplied probability of x1 equals 1. So this is x1, we have 0.4, right? And multiplied probability of x1 equals 0, that is 0.2, plus x1, x2, 0.7, multiplied probability of x1 equals 1, that is 0.8. So let's calculate this equation. The consequence is this. So the second part is let's to find the probability of x3 equals 1. And just like the first part, it equals probability of x3 equals 1 given x2 equals 0 multiplied x2 equals 0 plus probability of x3 equals 1 given x2 equals 1 plus x2 equals 1. That is 0.4 multiplied probability of x2 equals 0 is 1 minus probability of x2 equals 1, so that's 0.36 plus 0.7 multiplied 0. This, and we got the consequences. Here. The third part is let's find the probability of x1 equals 0 given x3 equals 1. According to the Bayes formula, we got probability of x3 equals 1 and the probability of x3 equals 1 given x1 equals 0 and multiplied x1 equals 0. So we have knew that the probability of x1 equals 0 and the probability of x3 equals 1. So if we know this item, we got the answer. That means we have known that x1 equals 0 and the probability of x3 equals 1. So we can calculate like this. The probability of x3 equals 1 given x2 equals 0 multiply the probability of x2 equals 0 given x1 equals 0. So that's the condition of x2 equals 0, and we have to plus probability of x3 equals 1 given when x2 equals 1 and multiplied by x2 equals 1, x1 equals 0. So this part equals 0.4 multiplied 0.6 plus 0.7 multiplied 0.4, and we have to multiply and probability of x equals 1, that is 0.2, and divided by the probability of x3 equals 1, that is the answer of the second part. So let's calculate this formula. We got the final answer is 0.176. So that's all of the first three parts of the second question. Thank you.